Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me here is a new guest. We have SGA is shite. How we doing today, SGA is shite?
Well, not good. Not good. The last few days have been very stressful. Yes, it is a Saturday show, so you're finding me in the wars. I've been up since 6 a.m, just watching the footy. So, of course, I'm already stressed out of my mind watching the Bundesliga mainly. That was more just for fun, just following along because there's been a lot of like relegation battle for the Champions League spots, whatever. Watch the Bayern celebration; they won the Bundesliga for like the millionth time. Love to see the trophy celebrations regardless. Serie A, Lazio tied it with a minute left. They had a man up for like half an hour and finally got it done with a minute left. Like, there's nothing better than a last minute goal in football. Like that's the absolute best because it's the sport with like the fewest activity. Like you talk about like a last minute NBA shot, whatever. Even a hockey last minute goal, yeah, that's special. But there's 4, 5, 6, 7 goals in a game. But in soccer, like 1, 2 goal, 3 goal games, so every goal is ultra important, so it just adds an extra element to it. So I was living and dying. Of course, I'm a Lazio fan. Hopefully they get it done. It's a long shot, but there's still a chance to make the Champions League. But no, it's been a very stressful 3 days, mainly because of overtimes. I mean, starting with the fucking Knights losing against the Oilers on Thursday night. That was absolutely rough because the Knights were the better team. They got robbed by Pickard, especially in the second period. And in overtime, the Knights were clearly the better team. Jack Eichel, one of the best performances you'll ever see by anybody. Like, he totally shut down McDavid until he didn't.
Yeah.
Right? The last play. But that just shows how good he did the rest of the game. Like, he was absolutely brilliant. He would have had like 5, 6, 7 assists if fucking Barbashev could finish a shot. That was very frustrating. Went to bed mad there. And then Friday night, well, I guess we could do Thursday with the I bet the Leafs, 2-1, something like that, and they lost in overtime. But I can get away with that because I like seeing the Leafs lose, especially in overtime. So that there's a emotional release with that. But the Thunder, absolutely miserable. Like, they were up again, not by major points like they were in Game 1, but they still had a clear advantage. They just couldn't make a shot, and of course, in overtime, I knew that the fucking Nuggets would win. They've got the clutch players. OKC, they're the youngest team in the NBA. I think they'd be the youngest team since the 70s to win the title. So that just goes to show how young they are. So if the Thunder aren't up big in the fourth quarter, it's trouble, and I'm going to be sweating. And the Nuggets are the opposite. If they get it close, they're going to be in it, and that was the case. Aaron Gordon hit a clutch 3. I thought that Jokic would seal it there at the end there. He had a brilliant look for 3. He was like 0 for 10, I think, in that game from the 3-point range, but he thankfully missed that. But it didn't matter because they absolutely crushed the Thunder in overtime, and that's what produced my name here. SJ is shite because typical Canadian. They can't fucking close. Like, unless it's hockey, everyone else is a fucking choker in whatever sport. Maybe not. Okay, we can't throw Summer McIntosh in it because she is absolute darling and a closer. But most other Canadian athletes, especially outside of Quebec, are absolute chokers. And yeah, he didn't have an assist. He didn't have a rebound. He didn't have a point in overtime. Absolutely miserable. He had nothing going on. So the Thunder are on life support, even though they're still minus 130 to win the West. So it's not, we're not dead yet, but that was a really disappointing performance. That would have been if they won that close game, I would have been over the moon. But once again, I went to bed mad. So 2 nights in a row, I couldn't even get drunk. Like, I can't get drunk when I'm mad. I just go to sleep. I just pass out. Like, fuck this. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm saying OKC still plus 175 to win it all. So like they have a good chance to come back. I'm saying here the Knicks have the Celtics right where they want them, down by 22. Home game there at MSG. So
I'm happy on the Celtics now. They better not choke this away. Man.
That's too bad for the Knicks today. But yeah, get into hockey.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. It's still 50-50.
Yeah,
it's still 50-50 game.
Yeah, I mean, the first 3 quarters of NBA seem to not matter whatsoever. But yeah, hockey. I mean, Golden Knights losing there Thursday night, absolutely brutal. I know we don't like complaining about the officiating, but Bruce Cassidy did. It was whatever you want to say about it. I mean, Knights had plenty of chances outside of that. And then, yeah, last night,
deserved to lose by that dumb, brain dead play.
Oh,
But
yeah, absolutely, by, Nicholas Watt. He somehow didn't get a suspension for it, just a fine for that.
what the
Yeah,
fuck he was thinking there?
yeah, and then last night, Leafs stood up with a nice collapse there. Brad Marchand, a big overtime winner for your boys, so good there. And then Connor Hellebuck might be back. He might be back with a shutout there. He had a decent performance in Game 1 as well, so we'll see if he finds something there. But yeah, we got plenty of stuff going on, so make sure you check out the SGPN app. And you got the DGen line of gear is live in the merch store. And to celebrate, we're taking 20% off everything with the promo code DGens. So check out some of the HGP hats and merch in there. All right, let's get quickly to our puck buck bets here from the past two shows. Had a few things come through or finalized for us. We had a few game bets. I think maybe just me, but I guess this last show I had Washington game 2 plus 114. They got that win for 30 puck bucks. Had the under 5.5 for 20 puck bucks. Had the overtime. That didn't come through, but that's just 5 puck bucks. And then Vegas game 2 did not win there, but yeah, you had the over in that Edmonton Vegas game, so you big 30 puck buck bet for you.
Yeah, thanks to well, I guess it was already 4-3 at the time, but Pietrangelo made it 4-4, and he was an absolute mug in overtime. The Oilers should have capitalized on. He just kept tossing the puck over all the time. There were the two obvious ones where they had clear chances, and the Oilers hit the post or the crossbar on those. But even during the penalty kill, he couldn't clear the zone. They said that he was sick for game 1. I think he was still sick. Of course, he scored the goal. He made a good play in first period, but in overtime, he was absolutely useless. And yeah, if it weren't for Braden McNabb being injured, I think that I would rather see Pietrangelo sit another game after that brutal performance. That was pitiful to watch. It was always scary with him on the ice. But yeah, good to see the over come through, despite Pickett's best efforts. Yeah, Knight should have won that game by margin.
Yeah, now Pickard's hurt now. Going to see Stu Skinner for the game 3 on tonight. Tonight that is. So let's get into that right now. We have a game 6 o'clock. Capitals plus 205 at the Hurricanes minus 250. This game starting in an hour. The podcast will be published for maybe half an hour before this even starts. So just quickly, plus 205 is way too high for a dog here. That's shown they can beat the Canes. No, the Canes are good at home, but minus 250 is way too high. So Caps plus 205, Caps plus 1.5, minus 130. This should be a close, low scoring game.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like the under, and especially like the Capitals, 2-1. I mean, been betting the Caps both games. Worked out the second one. But even the first one, yeah, the Canes are the better team for sure, but they just can't finish. And when you can't finish, the other team has a chance. It's a big dog, and Logan Thompson has been stellar. And if it's like the Canes do this to every goalie, they make every goalie look like Dominic Hasek, and that's what Thompson is looking like right now, especially because he can control the rebounds, which is what the Hurricanes are feasting on. That's their whole modus operandi, is to create these bounces, these chances up the pads or whatever. But Thompson has been a magnet. He's just attracted every puck, and kept it to his chest, kept it to his glove. And the Hurricanes haven't got a lot of second chances. And as long as that keeps up, I like the Capitals' chances here. And yeah, they have the better goal scorers, so they just need to capitalize on their chances, and they have more than a puncher's chance here. So more than 2-1. Love the Caps to get this done here at the number.
Yeah, 2-1, great price. I mean, just take that for a little bit and see what happens. But yeah, I mean, Logan Thompson now, save percentage 931. Freddie Anderson right there at 930. You can get Logan Thompson for the Conn Smythe at 33-1. I feel like that's probably worth a look. I know Ovi is probably the favorite for the Capitals. No, not even. Ovi is down at 44-1, and Dylan Strome at 50-1. So Thompson is the guy if you like the Capitals. Kane still have a bunch of guys, and I don't really think they have what it takes. But yeah, that's the game at 6. I do like that draw as well, plus 350. I don't understand why it's more than 3-1. This is going to be a close game. I saw game 1 go to overtime, and then game 2 was a empty netter there late. All right, yeah, and then tonight at 9 p.m. we got Vegas at Edmonton. Golden Knights are plus 100, Edmonton minus 120, over under 6.5, over minus 135, under plus 114. Joel, can our Knights come back?
Well, they were the better team, like I said, in game two. And as long as they have the same kind of effort and Cassidy was able to really shift the game plan, it's just a matter of finishing. The Knights have to finish. And apparently Pickard is out. So Captain Picard is out of the ship. He's been demoted. And I guess he's injured or something. I don't know why they would start Stuart Skinner otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Skinner coming back after a really terrible couple games against the Kings. Oh, my word. Sepp Straka. Oh, fuck off. I'm watching golf, too. In your hometown, there, the truest championship is around
Philly, at the cricket club, yeah.
I'm nauseated by all the references to the tush push, to the Philadelphia Eagles, to Philly cheesesteaks. It's too much. It's too much.
I can only imagine, yeah.
Anyway.
Brutal.
So yeah, I'm armed against Lowry and Mitchell, so it's going to be a war. My guy Sepp, though. Terrible couple putts there. Anyway, yeah. Knights here, I think they do make this a series. Oilers can't just keep getting away with this, like 6 in a row now, coming back from behind and winning the game. Yeah, they really relied on some fluky bounces, some excellent goaltending from Pickard. So now with Stuart Skinner in the mix, I don't know if him coming off of those 2 bad games, he's going to be in the best shape. It's tough, but it's not like Dayton Hill has been any good either on the other side. He's had a number of really bad goals in. So the goaltending here is not good, which is why I like the over 6.5 here a lot, even though it's, over 6.5 minus 135 is pretty damn juicy. But I do think we see another high scoring affair. But yeah, as long as we see the same kind of performance from Jack Eichel, we get a couple better finishers. Hopefully Barbashev is you can stop using I don't know, fire hose for a stick and just put the puck in the net, buddy. The Oilers they didn't have a single point from Draisaitl and McDavid in game 2 in regulation, and they still won. Like, they're getting depth. They're very physical. Frederick Van de Kane, it's been a revelation. He didn't come back in the lineup. Hyman has been pretty good, pretty solid. So, yeah, the Knights should have the depth, though. So as long as Eichel cancels up McDavid again, the Knights should have it. So that's what I'm going with. We're going with the Knights one more time. It's do or die now. They're not coming back if it's 3-0 Oilers with another game in Edmonton. So, yeah, Knights in the over for me.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much all of that. Knights at even money here. I have to take them. Like you said, we're the better team. Skinner coming back in, could go either way. He did come back in last year and then led them to the Cup final, of course. So we'll see if he's able to lock in again. But yeah, it's also going on the road here. I mean, you're gonna see the knob there get better matchups for McDavid. So we'll see who he tries to match him up there against. Pavel Dorofeyev is taking Brandon Saad's spot on the second line there with Hurdle and Victor Olofsson. So hopefully get some offense out of him. And yeah, no McNabb. Petrangelo still in there. Caden Korzak on the third pair as well. So yeah, I mean,
imagine if Dorofeyev was in the lineup on that line instead of
instead of Barbashev. Yeah, it would have been easy. Olofsson though stepped up on the power play. He had 2 power play goals, right? Or just,
it was like the exact same play. Like him on the right side, Stone right to him, then Eichel laser beam pass on the other side. So yeah, keep that working though. But Dorofeyev in the lineup should be a big boon.
Yeah, and that second line for the Oilers has been great. You mentioned Kane, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman. Like, it's looking like a legit second line with Corey Perry able to hold down the fort with Draisaitl and McDavid on the top line. So yeah, got to go Vegas here. Got to go with the over 6.5, but it is juiced, but could very well see a 4-3 type of game. So don't mind that. Overtime plus 320, like that less than the early game, but I would still maybe take a stab at that. And you can get Edmonton to win from behind plus 250. I mean, they've done it 6 straight times now, so might as well throw a few bucks on that.
You can have an island if you bet in that for the last 6 games.
Yeah. All right, that's the action for tonight. Conn Smythe for these 2 teams. McDavid down to 5-1. Eichel would be the guy for Vegas. He's down to 40-1. But we'll see if they're able to get a win here on Saturday night. All right, we are brought to you by the Circa Ultimate Fantasy Football giveaway. Circa Sport and Casino in Las Vegas is giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league to draft, treated like VIPs for their stay to draft in Vegas. 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino with 6 double king rooms. Get a draft at the Cabana at Stadium Swim with a 5K food and beverage credit, limo transportation, welcome party, reservation at the sports book with $500 beverage credit, a 2-hour open bar package for the league at the Overhang Bar. You can enter now until June 30th. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA for details. And Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. There's no usage fees, no minimums, and there's 100% approval for all betting deposits. So sign up today at edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Deposit $25, and Edge Boost will match the deposit. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And of course, Underdog just launched their new game, Ladders. Win up to 500 times watching your favorite players climb the ladder. Got some overtime game, ladder up those shots on goal. So sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code HGP. All right, here Sunday, I believe it's a 4:30 start. We have the Winnipeg Jets plus 124 at the Dallas Stars minus 148. Total is at 5.5, both over and under at minus 110. Joel, what do you got here?
Yeah, you mentioned up the top, Hellebuck has found his game. He did look a lot more comfortable, especially in this one with the shutout. But story was the Jets power play, getting Morrissey back, provided a massive boost for them. Shifley, of course, looks 100%. He's really good. Their penalty kills was pretty lethal. You know, the Stars power play was only really good in garbage time. They were only getting looks then. And still, Hellebuck was providing the cover on the back end. So yeah, Jets looked like a good team in that second game, but they had to have that one. You know, they got the whiteout going, and yeah, it was just a desperation spot for them. Stars still, Mikko Rantanen has all the points in the last 12 goals for the Stars because the Stars didn't score anything in game 2. So apparently when he's not going, the rest of the team aren't going. That's got to change. Robertson still looks very sluggish so far. Looks like Heiskanen's going to be back for this one.
I saw right before we came on that he is not playing game 3 here.
Not still. Oh my word. Okay.
Let me just double check that. But no Miro Heiskanen on Sunday.
Interesting. I thought he'd be back for this one. Okay, well, if he's not back for this one, then who knows when the fuck will be back.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe if the Stars lose this one, desperation, you got to put him in for game 4. I don't know. I'm not. Who knows with these NHL injuries? Yeah, he might as well just have taken surgery if he's going to be out for this long. Back when he had the initial injury. I don't know. Anyway, for this one, I still like the Stars. They're the better team. Hellebuck on the road has been absolutely brutal. Like the games in St. Louis was miserable, but he has been better in the few games since he's been to St. Louis, but I still can't trust him. So that's why I like the over 5.5 most of all. At a pick 'em price here. That's the way I'm going. Both teams are generating a lot of offense. Jets defense has been better a little bit in the past. Last game for sure. But over the past 3 games, they've been providing a little bit more comfort for Hellebuck. And of course, like I said, he's been better. But I just can't see Hellebuck being quite back to his Vezina caliber self for this one, despite how good he looked in game 2 there. So the over 5.5, I think there'll be plenty of chances for both sides. Both power plays looking really good. And for the side, I like the Stars, but it's a little bit pricey, especially without Heiskanen back and what appears to be 100% Morrissey and Shifley for the Jets. So the Jets getting Ehlers back is massive too. He missed most of the series against the Blues, so they're pretty much at full health. And yeah, Velarde as well. He scored that power play goal. So Stars are a bit against the wall here, but minus 148 is a little bit pricey. But I only expect them to get the money. I mean, especially if this is already with the Heiskanen's absence baked in. Yeah, over 5.5 is my favorite bet for this one. I would stay away from the side, but like I said, from the top, I like the Stars to win the series still. They are the better team. They just need to find some goaltending, at least match Hellebuck, and the top of their lineup is better than the Jets lineup. And as long as we get some scoring from the Stars, the power play to connect again, and the Stars should carry the day. So Stars for the series, but the total, I think we're going to go with the over.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to attack it. Dallas here back at home, where they're a much better team, 31-14, as opposed to 24-22 on the road. Same thing with Winnipeg. They're 35-12 at home, 26-18 on the road. You mentioned how awful Connor Hellebuck has been on the road as well. So I think the Stars is the side here. It's between -145, -155 out there. So maybe that comes down a bit with the Heiskanen news and people taking the Jets with how they've looked. Jason Robertson has looked okay at times, but not like his normal self. But also sometimes when he is his normal self, he looks like this in the playoffs. So not sure what percent he's at health wise, but yeah, I think Dallas here has to be the play. I can't really back the Jets, but same with you. Like I have a bunch of Dallas series bets, both personally and for the puck bucks. So like I'm not going to be adding a ton here. Looking over at like Stars team total stuff, over 2.5 -180 seems a bit juicy. Over 3.5 +130 might be interesting there. But also,
Yeah, if Hellebuck's bad, he's going to be really bad.
yeah, Hellebuck's bad. Like Stars 3.5 130 over 4.5, almost 3-1. Like that's a way to look at it. Or over here at the game parlays, you have Stars in the over at 2-1, which I think kind of correlates. If the Stars win, it'll probably be a high scoring game. If the Jets win, it's going to be Hellebuck, locking in again with a low scoring game. So I think if I bet this, it will be the Stars in the over, or maybe Stars money line and like a Rantanen point or something like that, just to get the odds down a little bit. But yeah, Jets. I mean, Jets. If Hellebuck's locked in, they're going to be scary with Scheifele back, Velarde looking good, like you said. Morrissey knocks Pionk down, takes some of his minutes away. Like if the Jets win this game, I might throw something on them to win the cup, because like if Hellebuck is fully back, they're going to be a hard out, especially moving on. Conn Smythe for these teams here. You got Miko at +750. You have Ottinger 20-1, Hellebuck 25, 30-1. Kyle fucking Connor with the KFC bucket hats, 32-1. That was pretty cool to see. Any Conn Smythes jump out at you?
For Stars, it's Miko only. I mean, it would take something ridiculous to beat him. If the Stars win the cup, Miko's winning. He's got too much built-in story. Like everybody's saying, oh, the story of the playoffs with Mikko Rantanen, the whole trade thing, him beating his former team and all that, breaking all these records, multiple records that he's broken. So it's really hard to see anybody beating Mikko at this point. So yeah, definitely not looking down the board for the Stars. Staying away from Connor Hellebuck, because at the end of the day, the voters will look at their overall records and they'll see all the terrible stats in the first series. And even with the shutout in the last game, it's not going to be enough to beat it out. I know Connor has been a little quieter in this series, but he'll still have the points lead at the end of the playoffs if the Jets win the cup. So I'd much rather bet Connor than Hellebuck if you want to back the Jets. But no, not adding anything with these teams at the moment.
Yeah, Kyle Connor there, 32-1. Not a bad look, but yes. Stars. Wyatt Johnston had a great chance that game on the backhand. I think he missed the net or something. He's 60-1. But yeah, this is a series where you got to wait and see where it goes before you take anything here. All right, the late game on Sunday at 7:30. You got the Toronto Maple Leafs +154 at the Florida Panthers -185, over 6.5 +110, under 6.5 at -130 here. I think we got to do it again. I think we got to take the Leafs. Leafs +154 have come down 30 cents since Game 3. I guess it's a less desperation spot for
at
the
least 30 cents.
Well, I'm seeing here they closed at 186 on covers. So, but yeah, you could have got them at 2-1 +210 if you timed it right there. I think that's the way you got to look. You got to believe in Craig Berube, believe in the Chief that they're going to be able to settle back down for game 4 in Florida, take it a game at a time. And yeah, the Panthers know how to win. They're not going to panic no matter what happens. Brad Marchand saying after the game, oh, the Leafs got that killer instinct now. They're looking good. So he's trolling them the whole way. But I can't go Panthers. I can't go Panthers minus 185 here. Over 6.5 plus 110. Anthony Stolarz has yet to resume skating, so it's going to be Joseph Wall. The Leafs power play is finally going a little bit, and the Panthers got they switched up their lines for game 3. Got 5 goals out of it. Got 3 lines going now. That new 4th line brought in 3 new guys. Love seeing that. Got a 4th line goal. So I still like the Panthers long term, but I mean, looking at this game in a vacuum, you give me the Leafs plus 150. I think you have to take it. But my favorite bet will be the over 6.5 at plus 110.
Yeah, game 3 definitely shouldn't have been lined the way it was. Panthers were a bit lucky to escape with a win. I mean, they were the better team overall, but certainly not worth being minus 230, minus 240. And yeah, but now that the line is more or less what it should have been, maybe there's still a little bit of an edge for the Leafs considering these games have all been really tight. So getting that plus 154 is nice. You can find much better prices elsewhere still. Oh my word, Straka, you fucking bum. Fucking Dummkopf. Basically shithead in German. Yeah. So the Leafs here, I think, have a little bit of value considering this game's been coin flips the whole way. Wall is got to perform better though. Like he let in a couple bad ones, and Bobrovsky though has not been much better on the other side. In fact, he's been worse.
He's looked like Hellebuck early on, giving up goals. What in the first minute, 2 straight games?
Yep. I heard a goalie expert saying that you've got to shoot high on this guy, and that's what the Leafs have been doing. A lot of the teams have been falling, try to beat him down low, but the Leafs have found a way to get it by him, shooting high on him. So. Yeah, Bobrovsky is not looking good, but Woll is provide a little bit of a glimmer of hope for the Panthers because Stolarz was playing a lot better. So yeah, the Leafs here. If you have to bet this game, it would be that way. I'll probably just sit this one out individually. Just hope the Panthers come through. The total though, I think over 6.5 here, plus 110. I don't see any reason why we don't see another high scoring game considering the way the Panthers are playing, like they're just all out attack, total aggression. Leafs power play, like you said, has been a bit better. Panthers penalty kill was excellent in the first 2 games, but looked a little shakier in the third. And yeah, like the goaltending has been a major story of this series with the Stolarz injury, but Bobrovsky's suffering. So I do expect another high scoring game here in game 4. So over 6.5, and Leafs for a small play if you like, but it's just gonna be Panthers for me. I bet the Leafs in game 3. It was a terrible experience for me. I hated it, absolutely hated it. I had my money against my heart. Yeah, so that's how I feel for this one. But going back to my heart, like with Vancouver, it's been a funny story on the Vancouver sports radio and all the people texting in to the guys on the radio how it's like doomsday if the Oilers play the Leafs in the final. And like the main question is, if it's the Leafs versus Oilers in the final, which would you rather see win? And overwhelmingly it's Oilers. Like we still hate the Leafs more than the Oilers. So that's good to know, because I definitely feel the same way, especially because McDavid. You want to see this guy win a cup and all that. I know Canucks fans want to see Chris Tanev win a cup after him being a legend with Vancouver back in the day. But yeah, that's just a personal thing. So yeah, let's hope that the Panthers knock them out and avoid that doomsday scenario, because you know what? The Canucks might just burn down the city for the 3rd time if it's a Leafs versus Oilers final.
Yeah, I think if it's Leafs Oilers and you get McDavid, the Toronto kid, leading them to the cup over the Leafs, it'll be pretty good media coverage there in Toronto.
Oh, Rogers would fucking love it here in Canada. The sports channel here, absolutely the opposite of Knights Panthers a couple years ago.
Yeah. Conn Smythe looks for this series. Who's the favorite here? You have Willem Nylander 20-1. You got Barkov 28-1. Matthew Tkachuk 35-1. He missed a few shifts in that game there. So whatever drugs they're injecting him with. He probably went back to the locker room and got that. Sam Reinhart, 35-1. Marner and Matthews, both there, 35-1. Kind of don't hate Matthew Nyes, way down the board at 250-1. He's had a few big goals. He's shown he's a playoff performer. Could go on a March or so type run there. Obviously has to outplay the core four, but like could see that happening. But yeah, I don't know if Stolarz can't play if the Leafs really have that good of a chance to win it all.
251 is very interesting. It's just one of those ones where it'll get down to like 25-1 and you'll still have no chance to win because there'll be the guys ahead of him. So if you have those books with good cash out values, not like certain books, which still offer only a fraction of your bet, even though the odds drop like 400%.
That's one where you place two bets, one to ride out and one to cash out once it gets to a good value.
Sure. But yeah, I don't see him winning at all. I think it's just Nylander and Marner for the Leafs. Actually, even Tavares, if you go on a longer shot, like Tavares as the captain.
110-1.
Yeah, and he's got 4 or 5 goals. He's got a bunch of points.
Yeah.
But Nylander is tied with Rantanen now with the point total at the top of the board. So if he keeps this pace up, he's going to be tough to beat. But he's 20-1, so it's not the most appealing price. So at this point, I don't know. I think Marner is still the guy who's going to be more consistent, just going to keep producing those assists. He'll build up those tallies, and Tavares there at 110-1 is looking pretty good as well, considering how well he's played. I know he's not the captain anymore. I keep thinking of him as the captain. Of course, it's Austin Matthews, right, but he's still beloved by the media, I would say, and he's had a bit of a comeback season, so he'll have a lot of goodwill among the voters. So that's where I would look with the Leafs. The Panthers is a total mystery. Like, just it's Barkov or nothing. I don't think anyone else can really win with the Panthers. It would take some kind of like an elite run by one of the scorers, I guess. Like Reinhart looks pretty injured. Kachuk, forget about it. His groin is still clearly bugging him. He's barely skating. It's just Barkov, I guess, for the Panthers. But yeah, actually, Barkov is the clear choice, I think, for the Panthers. Because he's still playing well and he's still producing. He's the favorite, but 28-1 is still interesting considering they're not too far behind. What's the price for the series? It's like plus.
All right, I forgot to look at the series prices for these two. Let me pull those up. We can do those quickly after the break, but let me get the Panthers price real quickly for the series. Plus 105. Leafs minus 125.
So basically a coin flip, and if the Panthers win the series, Barkov will be plummeting down. So I'd rather bet Barkov for Conn Smythe than Panthers plus 105.
Yeah, Barkov had that sick goal while falling down there on Friday night. But yeah, the offense has been spread out. Reinhart, Lundell, Marchand, Luosterainen all have 8 points. Bennett, Verhaeghe, Barkov, Kachuk all have 7. So, this is probably take Barkov because that'll get shorter. But wait and see if any of those longer guys come anywhere. Where's even Reinhart right now? Reinhart 35-1. No, thank you. Verhaeghe 150. He's a big game player, but
rather bet Marchand than Verhaeghe. Same price.
Yeah, but Barkov, it's Barkov or nothing probably for the Panthers. All right, we are brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is your home for AI-backed picks and props. Dominate the NBA playoffs and MLB prop market with Rhythm. Building your own model is simple and easy. Rhythm knows you'll love it. That's why they include a 7-day free trial. Rhythm has some amazing deals going on now. 25% off monthly subscription with the promo code SGPN25 and 50% off annual with promo code SGPN50. That is RITHMM, promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50. Get your 7-day free trial. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And of course, MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the playoffs, plus props for every game. And for the true DGens, the MyBookie money bag. They accept customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, and lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right, quickly at the series prices. Let's just look at Sunday because tonight's games are going to change a lot. So Stars.
No, we could touch on it. Touch it.
All right. Canes minus 230, Caps plus 190. What are you thinking?
I don't care about this one. Next one.
All right. Knights 4-1.
Now, my point is, instead of betting that, just bet Eichel for Conn Smythe at 40, 50 to 1. That's a lot better bet because if the Knights are winning the cup, Eichel is going to win it like 95% of the chance of the time.
40-1 for Eichel. So that's definitely. Yeah. Especially if Barbashev and Stone start putting home some of his assists. So
yeah, because they'll be at least to pick them in the next round. They'll have home ice advantage in the Western Conference Finals, so they'll be probably favored, especially against the Jets. So yeah, it's just Eichel if you want to bet the series for Oilers Knights. But anyway, carry on with the Sunday.
Yeah, one more thing on the Leafs Conn Smythe. I think Marner is probably the best bet right now because he's getting those assists. He'll keep getting more assists if Matthews starts scoring, if Nyes keeps scoring. So I think Marner is probably the good look for the Leafs. And
he's a Canadian.
And he's a Canadian. Yeah,
first Canadian team to win the cup since 1993, and Toronto market will be all over that.
Pending free agent. Yeah, they'll love it. They'll love it there.
Yes.
So the series prices here for the Jets Stars. You got Stars minus 155, Jets plus 135, Stars minus 1.5 plus 130, Jets plus 1.5 minus 150. Not sure if I would add anything right now. I gotta see if Hellebuyck can do it in 2 straight games and on the road.
Right. Yeah. This is looking pretty accurate right now. I would give the Stars a slight edge, but no, I think that this is priced fairly accurately. The Stars took a game away from the Jets. They theoretically they still hold much advantage, but we know how much that is worth in today's NHL. So there's not much value here, I don't think, especially with the Stars with the zigzag things. So you have to figure that they win game 3. So this is a total pass from me. If you bet the Stars now, bet Jets after game 3. I don't know. Like, this is nothing that interests me.
Yeah, if anything, I would bet Stars in 6 because the Jets did not win at St. Louis at all. They do not have a road win in these playoffs. 7-2, 5-1, and 5-2 in the 2 games or the 3 games on the road. So definitely something to look at there. Could do a Stars in 6 for where is that? Stars in 6 plus 275. I mean, I feel like it's probably better going game by game. That seems kind of low, but I think the Stars home ice advantage will actually work here against the Jets. And then I got the Leafs minus 125 at the Panthers plus 105. Any interest on either side here?
Nah, it's again, that seems pretty accurate. It's a coin flip series. Leafs have the game in hand, of course, but Panthers have the next home game. Panthers still getting a lot of respect considering they're down the series 2-1, and so I just have something ingrained in me that I just can't back the Leafs when they're ahead, when they're favored, I still keep expecting them to choke, although this team does seem a lot different. I keep saying that, and they do have a better chance than I can remember them having a chance in the last 6-7 years, no matter how much they've been hyped.
Yeah.
So for once they do have a chance to win it all. But I just can't put any more money into the series. I just hope both teams escape unscathed so we can go to war with the Hurricanes if they get through against the Caps and, coast to the Stanley Cup Finals. But, no recommendations for a bet here, just like the over in the Game 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at the advanced numbers here, and I know there's probably some score effects in there, but on Natural Stat Trick, you can do adjusting for score and venue and expected goals for. I mean, Panthers have 62% at 5-on-5. They've had the better of the scoring chances, shot attempts, shots on goal, all of that in all 3 games. So, but I wouldn't take plus 105 for the series. I'd probably try to take Panthers in 7 plus 290, Panthers in 6. Plus 320. Not sure if they can win 3 straight, but more so just Panthers for the cup at plus 625 or that Barkov bet at 28-1. I think that's the way to look for it because I think if the Panthers get past the Leafs, that's the toughest team they play until the Stanley Cup final, depending who gets there, depending on injuries and all that. But that's how I would bet the Cats right now.
Yep. Barkov for Conn Smythe is the way to bet the Panthers long term.
Yeah. All right. Quick look at the Stanley Cup odds before we close it out. Got Oilers 330, Stars 450, Canes 5-1, Panthers 625, Leafs 650, Jets 10-1, Caps 15-1, Knights 20-1, Buffalo Sabres. I mean, what's that?
All right. Best value.
Best
Plus
value
TV right there.
Yeah.
Bet $1, win 250 million. I don't know how many zeros that is.
not sure why they're still on there. I mean, Knights at 20-1 seems interesting, but Eichel at 40-1. Like that's the way to bet that. I don't think there's any Stanley Cup bets I would make right now.
Yeah, Eichel is better than Knights at 20-1, considering he has better of 50% chance of winning the Conn Smythe if the Knights win the Cup. But the rest of the board seems pretty tight. I mean, yeah, it's just I can't find anything valuable here. It's pretty baked in by now that this market. Like you got to find other ways to attack it at this point. I mean, honestly, like the Oilers might be the best bet at plus 330. Just considering that the Jets Stars have a likely chance to go 6-7 games. Oilers, if they just hold serve at home, they have lots of time to rest. They got Evander Kane back and Stuart Skinner if he finds his game. If he wins next 2 games, Oilers are just going to cruise to the Stanley Cup final. So honestly, it's the favorite. It is the best bet on the board, in my opinion.
I wish we had any sort of update on Matthias Ekholm.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And Ekholm is likely to be back, at least by the final.
Is he likely to be back? I don't think I've said anything.
Well, who could trust Chris Doblock at this point?
Exactly. That's a very good point there.
But you'd expect him to be.
Yeah, you would expect him to be back for that.
Well, we've been saying that about Heiskanen as well. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a mystery.
So
like who knows?
You never know with injuries in the playoffs. All right, let's get to our puck buck bets here before we close things out. I got 3. I have 2 game bets, then a Conn Smythe. Taking that Stars and the over 5.5 for plus 200 for 10 puck bucks, and then the over 6.5 in the Leafs game there for plus 110 for 20 puck bucks. Then taking that Barkov Conn Smythe 28-1 for 5 puck bucks.
One of these days, I gotta pick the puck bucks first. Yeah, give me that over Toronto, Florida.
Yeah,
same price, same wager. Yeah, whatever. Barkov, same thing.
You do already have Barkov at 25-1 for 10.
Whatever. Let's do it again.
All right.
And then give me the Oilers plus 330 to win the Cup.
All right. Edmonton Cup 330.
Yeah, 25 puck bucks.
Big 25 puck bucks. All right.
Yeah, and I don't think I have any Marner yet in this puck buck challenge thing.
Let me
I don't think so. So just
nope, no Marner yet.
You're fast with that. Give me Marner 34-1. Just 5 puck bucks.
I got quick fingers.
He's got the baby legs, to quote JT Miller.
He does.
Yeah.
That's a good bet there.
I do want to bet something else, but that's enough for now.
Do you have something else in mind, or you just want to have a bet to have a bet?
Well,
or is it on tonight's games? Does it involve tonight's games?
Well, you got whatever. Give me the Stars, Jets over 5.5 minus 110, 25 puck bucks.
All right, yeah, over 5.5 minus 25. You said?
Sure.
All right, that's the puck buck bets there at the 44-minute mark of the YouTube video. Let me filter this out here. There they are. So far, you are 9-14, up 62 puck bucks. I am 12-20, up 2 puck bucks. So that's it there. All right,
round up, 3 puck bucks.
Okay, 3 puck bucks. I don't want to be stealing. I'm positive. I'll take being positive. That's all I want there. All right. You have anything else here for the weekend before we close it out?
No.
All right, and make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Let's get these live bets for the games happening that day. Apple and Spotify, leave us 5-star ratings and reviews there. Discord, sg.pn/Discord, and follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Meyer, and you can find me still backing Canadians, even though they're